Hello there guys, it's StringentHydra9 and I'm back again for another gameplay commentary in the Steveage series. In this gameplay, which is one of the most amazing I've ever seen, you're going to see Steveage get an Unfreakinbelievable, which is just one of the legendary medals and one of the hardest medals to get. And I've really seen very few people get it. I've personally known basically nobody who's ever got it before. So hats off to you, Steveage, and let's watch this amazing gameplay. While we're watching, the topic I want to talk about today is the fall 2011 release of like 150 good games, and what are we going to buy, what's going on, and you know, what's going on in that sense. So let's just talk about first-person shooters, because if we talked about every game, like Forza 4, you know, Deus Ex Machina, I mean, excuse me, where did I go? Deus Ex, The Human Revolution. I mean, it just goes on and on. Even like if you talked about like the first-person shooters, kind of like slash RPGs, like Deus Ex, you would really never get to the end of it. So what we're going to be talking about principally is 4 main games, and those are Halo 1 Anniversary, Gears of War 3, Modern Warfare 3, and Battlefield 3. And what I feel are the major selling points of each game, and you know, if you're kind of indecisive, what factors you should look at before buying each one, and where to make your ultimate decision. Alright, so what do Halo games have that no other games have? Basically, they're the best at hit detection, and they're the best at team gameplay that is fairly fast-paced. Now I'm going to talk about what I mean by that in a minute. Alright, so let's say Battlefield 3. You could say the teamwork is probably just as important, if not more important, in Battlefield rather than, let's say, Halo. So Halo doesn't have really like a total copyright on teamwork, but what it does have is the shield system, which you have to have consistent skill. You have to put multiple shots on people. It's not just this like pop out of a bush and shoot somebody. Alright, so that's, I think, what Halo really has to offer, and you know why you should consider Halo 1 Anniversary as, in my opinion, the top choice coming up this fall, especially because it's cheaper than most of the other games coming out. So you should definitely consider it. Modern Warfare 3. You know, you guys never see me do any gameplays of Modern Warfare, and that's because, you know, I'm not like the hugest fan. And this is primarily because of how they have, kind of like in Halo Reach, they have no skill system. And what that gets you to do is it gets you, like, let's say, a beginner to fight, you know, a level 70, let's say. That's crazy to me, because the level 70 is going to have so much more advanced weapons, so much better map knowledge, that the beginner's not even going to stand a chance, unfortunately. And I think this is what Halo 3 really did the best, was that, you know, even though a lot of people made new accounts and that somewhat messed up the system, at least it had some system in place. And, you know, making new accounts, that's a way to get around the system, so you can't really blame the system for that. But, like, what does Modern Warfare do that no other games do? Because, you know, this is not just, oh, Halo's the best game ever, and that's the end of it. What does Modern Warfare do that, you know, no other games do? What it does is have the most action available in any game out there, bar none. I mean, you'll see good guys on Modern Warfare, and that's why, you know, it's so exciting to watch commentaries. Just, like, kill, like, one person a second. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, they pull out the shotty. You know, they pull out the submachine gun. I mean, they're just dying by the scores. And then the airstrikes come in. I mean, it's just fucking crazy. I mean, Modern Warfare, and just Call of Duty games in general. I mean, even older Call of Duty games like, you know, Call of Duty 4 and World at War are really exciting to watch. I mean, the gameplay commentaries are very good because, you know, they never lose that sense of excitement. And so I think this is really why Call of Duty is one of the premier first-person shooters out there. So I'm not just like a Call of Duty hater. What I do hate about Call of Duty is that there's no real teamwork to talk about, to be honest. And I mean, it's just like sometimes in Call of Duty it seems like unless you played it from day one, you're at such a massive disadvantage that you'll really never catch up. And now that I don't really like. In Halo, if you continue playing, you feel like, you know, your kill death gets better and better, and you feel like you're progressing. In Modern Warfare, yes, you're progressing, but the problem is that like the kill streaks and stuff give such an advantage to the reigning champ in a sense. The better you get, the more advantages you have. When Halo, the better you get, really the playing field is still equal, meaning that you don't really get any advantages per se. I mean, everything you get, you have to fight for. Let's say like weapon spawns, you have to fight for that. You don't just, you know, spawn with a rocket launcher or this like awesome snipe that can just destroy anybody that you only get like, let's say, at level 60. Another good thing though I do think about Call of Duty, and I will praise it for, is the excellent hit detection. Of first person shooters, I really think only Halo and Call of Duty have that level of hit detection, like what I consider the premier, you know, the top tier. Every other game I consider a little bit less. Like even Gears, to me, just does not have the hit detection that is quite equal. Let's say like Gears, what's horrible is, you know, host shoddy is just ridiculous. Like you can kill somebody across the room if you're host. So the hit detection is a little bit inferior. But why would you choose Gears of War 3? Gears of War 3 you would choose because it's probably going to have one of the best campaigns in gaming. I mean, really, you know, Halo 1 Anniversary is going to have an awesome campaign, but that's because, you know, it was a different game. It was really Halo 1's campaign, so you can't really say the campaign is going to be, you know, it's not an independent campaign is what I'm saying. And so it's probably going to have the best campaign. I mean, to be honest, I don't think anybody's buying Modern Warfare 3 for the campaign. I mean, maybe a few are, but I certainly wouldn't. If I bought it, I would buy it for the multiplayer. So, reason to buy Gears of War 3 or consider it highly this fall is its awesome campaign, which is a conclusion to the, you know, Gears of War trilogy. And I personally think the Gears of War trilogy is extremely good. I played Gears of War 2. I haven't played Gears of War 1 yet, but I'm assuming the campaign is just as good. So then, where does Battlefield 3 fit into this whole equation? Battlefield 3 has a unique place in first-person shooters because it's probably the most tactical and the most realistic of any first-person shooter out there today. Now, a lot of people say, well, Call of Duty is the kind of realistic shooter. I disagree with that. I think Battlefield is much more realistic because it, you know, combat today is a lot, you know, mechanized. You know, it's about tanks, it's about airplanes, it's about, you know, actual, you know, vehicles, I guess you could say. And Call of Duty is much more run and gun. So I wouldn't call it realistic, especially compared to Battlefield. So why would you like Battlefield? If you're into hyper-realistic shooters, that, you know, maybe just, you know, kind of sitting in the bushes type and sniping people or taking vehicles and, you know, controlling large strips of land. So it has a unique value right there. So just to recap all this, Halo Anniversary is if you like semi-fast-paced combat, kind of like Call of Duty, but with way more teamwork. Call of Duty is if you want just pure action, plain and simple, just as many kills on the screen in 1 second as possible. Battlefield 3 is definitely if you want hyper-realistic combat. It's very tactical in nature. And Gears of War 3 is if you want a great campaign that has some, you know, decent to pretty damn solid multiplayer. Again, thank you, Steveage, for this amazing gameplay. Everybody, please give a like for this. It's a freaking unfreaking believable. How many of those are you going to see? And stay to the channel to get more awesome gameplays from me and Steveage. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this gameplay commentary. I will see you guys next time. Peace out, and hope you found this helpful.
He'll move.